Welcome back to the Deep Dive. We're all about getting you the essential insights, fast, cutting through all the noise. Today we're looking at something really interesting in the digital investment space. Okay, let's unpack this. We're focusing on a specific mobile app for trading and investing. It's called the Ramz Capital Trading and Investing app. Our mission, really, is to get into what makes it work, the main features, how you use it, and maybe more importantly, what things you need to keep an eye on for your own financial planning.
Yeah, and digging into the sources, what's fascinating here is Ramz Capital itself. It's a well-established financial institution, big presence in the UAE. And this app, it's really their way of giving investors a solid platform for managing portfolios, making trades, basically wherever you are. The material we looked at gives a pretty clear breakdown of what it can do, which is great. Lets us get a good feel for it without getting totally swamped in details.
Okay, so let's jump right in then. What's actually on offer with this app? I heard it's not just local markets.
That's right, and that's a big plus. You get access to the main regional exchanges, ADX in Abu Dhabi, DFM in Dubai, but crucially also the big international ones like the NYSE, the New York Stock Exchange, and NASDAQ.
Wow. Okay, so that's not just about casting a wider net, is it? It's really about diversification, like protecting yourself from single market ups and downs.
Exactly. It allows investors to build genuinely diversified portfolios, tapping into global growth, It's a strategy that big institutional players use, but now it's more accessible. It really helps build portfolio resilience.
Makes sense. And what about getting in on new stocks? I think I saw something about IPOs.
Yeah, initial public offerings. The app simplifies how you subscribe to those.
Yeah.
So when a company first sells its stock to the public, it can be a really good way to find new investment opportunities, things that might have been harder or more complicated to access before.
Right. And when you're making these big decisions, having the right data is crucial, isn't it? But just having data isn't enough. How does the app help you actually use it without, information overload?
That's a really good point. It's not just throwing raw data at you. I think the clever part is the customizable instant alerts. Think of it like setting up your own little market watchdogs. It pings you exactly when a stock hits a price you set or when there's a market move you care about.
So it lets you react quickly without being glued to the screen all day.
Precisely. Swift, informed actions. And they've clearly worked on the interface, too, trying to make those quick actions feel, smooth and intuitive.
That smooth interface sounds key. What about actually owning the shares and the types of accounts? Is it clear that the shares are yours, and does it work for different kinds of investors?
Yes. On ownership, they're very clear. The platform states that any share you buy is 100% owned by you, the investor. So full control there. And for different needs, they have various account types. You've got your standard cash accounts, margin accounts, but also, and this is pretty important for the region, Islamic accounts, Sharia compliant ones.
Sharia compliant. So that means they follow specific ethical guidelines.
Exactly. Things like avoiding interest or riba and making sure investments are in ethically okay sectors. It makes investing accessible for a much broader group of people whose values align with that.
That's really thoughtful, catering to diverse needs like that. Okay, but what if you're looking for something maybe a bit more cutting edge, beyond just standard buying and selling? I think I heard the name Thor. And something about copy trading.
Yes. This is where it gets quite innovative. Thor is their robo-advisor. So it's an automated service. You tell it your goals, your risk tolerance, and it builds and manages a tailored investment portfolio for you. More hands-off.
Okay, automated advice and the copy trading.
That's for people who maybe want to learn from others or just leverage the community's success. You can actually choose to automatically copy the trades of other successful investors on the platform, see what they buy, what they sell, and have your account mirror those actions.
Wow, okay. So it's almost like getting mentored by successful traders, but without the high fees you might expect.
Kind of, yeah. It's democratizing access to different strategies. So you've got Thor for automation, copy trading for social learning. It really serves a wide range of investors, and even for those who like doing their own deep dives, their own analysis.
Right, the ones who like to get into the weeds.
Exactly. They've integrated charts from TradingView. That's a really well-known, powerful charting platform, so you get detailed, interactive charts for proper technical analysis. That's a serious tool, not just basic line graphs. It allows for quite sophisticated strategies.
Okay, so lots of powerful features there. But how easy is it to actually get started, to access all this power? What's the sign up like?
They seem to have focused on making that pretty straightforward. You can register quickly using things you likely already have UAE Pass if you're in the UAE, or just your Gmail or Apple account.
Oh, that's handy. Just click and go.
Well, almost. That gets you registered in the app. Then you still need to formally open the trading account online. That involves submitting the usual documents: passport, Emirates ID, bank details, that sort of thing. The good news is opening the actual account is free. Once they verify everything, you fund the account and then you're ready to trade.
Good to know the account opening itself is free. But, like with anything financial, there are always details to watch, right? Are there other costs?
That's a really important point to stress. Yes, while opening the account might be free, some services could have fees. For instance, there might be an annual fee just for having the online trading account active. They do have a detailed fee schedule on the Ramz website. Definitely worth checking that out properly before committing.
Always read the fine print, basically. Good advice.
Absolutely. And the other big thing, which applies everywhere, not just here, Ramz reminds users that investing always involves risk. You can lose the money you invest. That's just the nature of securities markets.
Right. No guarantees. That's fundamental. And thinking about real-world use, what are people saying? Any common feedback points? I saw mentions of processing times.
Yeah, some user reviews mention that things like withdrawing shares could sometimes be a bit slow, but the advice coming from the sources seems practical. If you hit any snag like that, contact their customer support, and crucially, send screenshots. Apparently that helps speed up getting things resolved.
Okay, so document any issues. Makes sense.
So if we connect this to the bigger picture, Ramz Capital's app seems to be carving out a pretty interesting niche. It's blending that wide market access, ADX, DFM, but also NYSE, NASDAQ, with features really tailored to the region, like those Sharia-compliant accounts.
Yeah, that combination seems key.
And the focus on user experience seems strong, too. From the quick sign-up options like UAE Pass or Gmail to trying to make the trading interface itself intuitive. Plus those unique tools, like the Thor robo-advisor and the copy trading. They really show an effort to cater to different investor styles, whether you want it automated or you want to learn from the crowd. And throwing in TradingView charts adds that layer of depth for serious analysis. It positions it beyond just a basic buy and sell app.
Okay, so pulling all this together, what does this all mean for you, the listener? We've talked about some impressive features: global trading access, those specialized Islamic accounts, the advanced tools like Thor and copy trading. Seems quite comprehensive. But we also flagged those important bits to remember. Opening an account is free, yes, but check for other service fees. And, maybe most critically, investing always carries risk. You could lose your capital.
Can't stress that enough.
And remember that practical tip: if you run into issues like slow processing, get onto customer support, use screenshots, and might help get things sorted faster. So it leaves us with a thought, doesn't it? How does an app like this one, Ramz Capital, with this mix of advanced tech, global reach, but also specific regional features, how does it empower you to take more control of your finances? But at the same time, it also demands that you stay really vigilant about the risks and the details, like those fees. What does this balance tell us about where personalized digital investing is heading? Something to think about.